Okay, so now that I have this all pinned here, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to stitch along the line where my pins are. Now it's going to be a little bit difficult with my zipper pull, so when I get to about the halfway point, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna make sure that my needle is still in my fabrics, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pull that zipper down, and I'm still have this pinned here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I'll sew the rest of the way, okay, so that my zipper pull does not get in the way. And I'll show you here when I'm at the machine doing that. Okay, so I don't really have a seam allowance I'm working with. I'm just gonna try to sew right kind of in between, kind of on that edge of that zipper fabric. I wanna make sure that I'm sewing between the edge of my fabric and where that zipper is. When I start, I always wanna make sure I'm back stitching as well. And I'm going nice and slow because I want to make sure that I am keeping a really nice even stitch line away from my zipper. I don't want to be moving all over the place here. Okay, now as I'm coming up to the end, I've got to remember that I've got that zipper pull, and my zipper pull is going to get in the way here. So what I am going to do is I'm going to make sure my needle is into my fabric, through my fabric, my zipper, and my inside fabric. I'm going to go ahead and lift up that presser foot, and I've still got that pin, so my fabrics are staying in place, but I'm going to kind of unzip my zipper here. And I'm going to carefully take and zip it past my presser foot. And this might take a little bit. I might have to kind of pivot my fabric and zip it past. And then I'm going to pivot my fabric back and make sure everything is back in place where it needs to be. Okay, I'm going to put my presser foot back down, and then I am ready to just continue sewing till I get to the edge here. Okay, so I pulled it out of my machine now and I trimmed my threads, and I'm just gonna show you what it should look like here. So I open it up, okay, and this is what it's gonna look like. So I can kind of zip it back up here. And the big thing that I want to make sure is, and that I will be looking at when I grade, is did you stay kind of an even way away from that zipper, or are you going really close to the zipper in some spots and far away in other spots? That's what I want to see, okay, is that you are kind of even width away from that zipper the whole length, okay? And just make sure that there's no holes. Hopefully you sew through all 3 layers the whole way, okay? And if you did have any holes, this is the time you need to go back and fix those. Okay, then we'll go to the next step here.